What if I told you that behind reggae's most famous beats and catchy tunes are untold stories and hidden truths that only came to light after these stars were gone? From what really happened in Bob Marley's life to the surprising story behind Don Penn's 1994 hit, their lives still have lessons to teach us and help us appreciate reggae even more. Here are some powerful things we learned about reggae stars after they passed away. The Wailers fired for outshining the headlining act during the tour. Bob Marley's band, the Wailers, had a strange but important moment early on when they started touring outside Jamaica. In the early 1970s, the Wailers were invited to open for a famous American funk and soul group called Sly and the Family Stone, who were very popular at the time. The plan was for the Wailers to play first at 17 shows during the tour in the United States, but after just 4 shows, the Wailers were suddenly removed from the tour. This happened because their performances were so powerful, and their popularity grew so fast that they started to get more attention than the main band, Sly and the Family Stone. This made the headliners and the people organizing the tour uncomfortable. Getting kicked off the tour did not stop the Wailers from moving forward. Instead, it showed that they had the potential to be a top band by themselves. After this, the Wailers released 2 important albums called Catch a Fire and Burnin' in 1973. These albums had famous songs like Get Up, Stand Up, and I Shot the Sheriff. The song I Shot the Sheriff was covered by Eric Clapton in 1974, which helped Bob Marley and the band become known all over the world, not just in Jamaica or the reggae music scene. Even though the band was becoming more successful, there were problems inside the group. This led to 2 important members, Peter Tosh and Bunny Wailer, leaving the band in 1974. The original group broke up partly because they had different ideas about music and the stress of being famous. But Bob Marley kept making music and performing as Bob Marley and the Wailers. He changed the band's members and added new singers called the I-Threes, which included his wife, Rita Marley. Ziggy Marley's Last Moments with Bob Marley. Bob Marley's Last Moments hold a powerful message that fits well with how he lived his life and what he believed in. While he was in a hospital in Miami, fighting the spread of melanoma to his lungs and brain, Marley's final words to his son, Ziggy, were said to be, "Money can't buy life." This simple but strong statement shows the sad truth of his illness and also the spiritual and moral values that guided him throughout his career and personal life. The situation around these words is important. Marley was with his family in his last days, including his wife Rita and his children, who came from Jamaica to be with him. Even though his body was getting weaker, Marley kept a strong spirit. Rita remembers singing hymns to him, and even when he was very weak, Marley asked her to keep singing, showing his deep faith and strength. His last words to Ziggy, who was only 12 years old then, carried a lot of meaning. Marley told Ziggy, "On your way up, take me up. On your way down, don't let me down." He was asking his son to always remember where he came from and to stay honest no matter what happens in life. Ziggy Marley, now a well-known musician and keeper of his father's legacy, often talks about how these last words affected him. He remembers that moment clearly and feels the responsibility his father gave him. Ziggy works hard to honor Bob Marley's memory through his own music and how he lives his life. Peter Tosh learned to play guitar using a sardine can. As a young boy, Tosh learned to play guitar by copying others and practicing on a guitar he made himself from a sardine can. This early creativity helped him develop his own style and later become a reggae pioneer. Tosh taught himself how to play without any formal lessons, showing his natural skill and dedication to music. Later in his career, Tosh became well known for playing a special guitar shaped like an M16 rifle. He got this guitar as a gift in 1983 during his Mama Africa tour in Los Angeles. This guitar was more than just an instrument. It stood for Tosh's strong fight against unfair treatment and his push for freedom. The M16 guitar showed the rebellious spirit in Tosh's music and personality. He used it on stage to add power to songs that spoke out against injustice. Fans looked forward to seeing him play this rifle-shaped guitar because it gave him a strong, fearless presence as he fought for freedom. The M16 guitar had an interesting story beyond its meaning. It was lost during the European part of the Mama Africa tour, but was found after a public search. The search even got help from a German magazine called Der Spiegel, which helped Tosh get his guitar back. Tosh played the guitar at big concerts like one in Swaziland, where it excited the crowd and surprised the security guards. Using the M16 guitar was not just for show. It was Tosh's way of standing up and encouraging his fans to do the same, matching the strong messages in songs like Equal Rights and Get Up, Stand Up. Besides music, Tosh had a strange but fun habit of riding a unicycle. This odd hobby added to his mysterious and unique stage style. His shows were full of serious political messages mixed with exciting moves like kung fu kicks and robotic dancing, making his performances unforgettable. Behind the scenes of Desmond Dekker's breakthrough hit song, Desmond Adolphus Dekker, known as Desmond Dekker, was born in Kingston, Jamaica. In the 1960s, he was one of the first Jamaican musicians who helped create reggae music. Even though he was talented, Dekker had a hard time getting noticed by music producers, who did not want to take a chance on him. It was only after working hard and teaming up with producer Leslie Kong that Dekker got the help he needed to record a very important song in reggae history. The song Israelites, written by Dekker and Kong, was inspired by the daily struggles people faced in Jamaica. Dekker said the idea for the song came to him during a walk when he heard a couple arguing about money. This sparked the lyrics about hard times and trying to survive. The title, Israelites, refers to Rastafarian beliefs, where people see themselves as descendants of the biblical Israelites, who were forced away and treated badly, just like many Jamaicans facing poverty and difficulties. The song is sung in Jamaican patois and shows the tough life people lived, with lines like, "Get up in the morning, slaving for bread, sir, so that every mouth can be fed," showing how people worked hard to take care of their families. When Israelites came out in late 1968, it became popular quickly in Jamaica and the United Kingdom. In 1969, it was the first reggae song to reach #1 on the UK singles chart. The song also became a hit in the United States, Canada, Australia, West Germany, and the Netherlands. This was a huge success for a Jamaican artist and helped spread reggae music around the world. The catchy rhythm and honest lyrics connected with many people, even if some had trouble understanding the Jamaican patois at first. The success of Israelites was a big moment for Dekker. It made him one of the first reggae stars and opened doors for other Jamaican musicians to be heard worldwide. Before this, Dekker had some success with songs like 007, Shantytown, but Israelites was the song that made him famous everywhere. With producer Leslie Kong's support, the song mixed ska and early reggae sounds and told a strong story about Rastafarian beliefs and the rude boy culture of young people in Kingston. The young girl in Bob Marley's Is This Love music video. When Naomi Campbell was just 7 years old, she made a surprising and little-known appearance in Bob Marley's famous music video for Is This Love. This was her first time on screen, long before she became one of the world's most famous supermodels. The video was filmed in 1978 at the Keskety Arts Centre in London, a special community centre for Afro-Caribbean culture in the UK. Marley chose this place because of his strong ties to the Caribbean community living abroad, and wanted the video to feel real and full of heart, matching the song's message. Naomi was born in London in 1970, to a mother from Jamaica, and grew up in this lively community. She went to the Barbara Speake Stage School, where she learned acting and performing. Naomi later said that working on Marley's video was the most exciting of her early acting jobs. She remembered Marley as calm, kind, and soft-spoken, with a Jamaican accent she recognized from home, which made the experience special for her, even as a child. In the video, Naomi appears as a sleeping child, wrapped in a blanket by Marley himself in the opening scene. This small but touching role represents innocence and comfort, matching the song's themes about love and care. Marley spent time playing and singing with the children on set, showing how much he cared about the community. Even with many people around, Marley focused on the kids, making the filming a happy and personal time. The Keskety Arts Centre was started by Oscar Winston Abrams, an architect and activist from Guyana. It was the first centre in Britain dedicated to Afro-Caribbean arts and culture, and became a place for creative work and community support. The centre's importance was later marked with a special green plaque. By filming there, Marley showed his support for love and unity in the Caribbean community living in the UK. Is This Love, from Marley's 1978 album Kaya, is one of his most popular songs, reaching number 9 on the UK charts and becoming a reggae classic worldwide. The video's warm and friendly feel, along with Naomi's early role, added a powerful visual story that matched the song's gentle words and melody. Naomi's appearance hinted at her future success and linked her childhood to one of reggae's greatest legends. Bob Marley refused to cut his toe because of his beliefs. Bob Marley's fight with cancer is a sad part of his life, closely connected to his Rastafarian beliefs. In 1977, Marley found a dark spot under the nail of his right big toe. At first, he thought it was from a soccer injury since he was very active, but after seeing doctors, the spot was diagnosed as acral lentiginous melanoma, a rare and fast-growing skin cancer. This cancer often shows up in places that do not get much sun, like the soles of the feet or under the nails. It is more common in people with darker skin and is very dangerous because it is usually found late after it has started to spread. Doctors told Marley he should have his toe amputated to stop the cancer from spreading. However, Marley refused this because of his Rastafarian faith. Rastafarianism teaches that the body is sacred and should not be changed or harmed unless absolutely necessary. Cutting off part of the body was against this belief. Instead, Marley chose a smaller surgery to remove the nail and some tissue around it, but the toe stayed. Sadly, this surgery was not enough to stop the cancer. In the years after, the cancer spread to Marley's brain, lungs, and liver. Even though his health got worse, Marley kept touring and making music, staying strong in public. In 1980, he collapsed while jogging in Central Park, New York, and had to stop his tour. Marley tried other treatments in Germany, like exercise, ozone therapy, and vitamin shots. But the cancer kept spreading. His health quickly got worse. And while trying to fly back to Jamaica, his plane had to land in Miami for an emergency. Marley died there on May 11, 1981, at only 36 years old. When he died, he weighed just 82 pounds. If you are enjoying this video, appreciate it by giving it a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. Barrington Levy's song Under Me Sensi was censored by radio stations due to its reference to substance use. Barrington Levy's song Under Me Sensi, released in 1984, is an important reggae track known for its catchy beat and Levy's unique singing style. The song talks openly about substance, with sensi being Jamaican slang for a strong kind of substance. This focus on ganja culture connects with many reggae fans and Rastafarian beliefs, but it also causes problems for the song. Because of the clear mentions of substance, many radio stations did not want to play it. This made it harder for the song to become popular in places where radio rules were strict about substance content, even though the song had the potential to be a hit. The song was produced by Paul Love, also called Jaw Screw, and combined with Levy's smooth but strong voice, it became a powerful anthem of 1980s dancehall reggae. Under Me Sensi was more than just music. It showed the culture and ideas of many people in Jamaica and around the world who loved reggae. Its rhythm and chorus made it popular at dance halls, but its substance theme led to some radio bans and limited airplay. This censorship stopped the song from reaching a larger audience, even though it had a big artistic and cultural influence. Under Me Sensi also inspired a big change in reggae music. It helped create the famous digital beat called Sling Tang, which Wayne Smith used in his song Under Me Sling Tang. This new digital sound changed reggae by adding computer-made music and started the rise of digital dancehall in the mid-1880s. The success of Sling Tang, produced by King Jammy, shows how Barrington Levy's song left a lasting mark on reggae, even though it did not get wide commercial success at first. Dawn Penn's 1994 hit, You Don't Love Me, No, 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 was a reworking of her 1960s original song. Dawn Penn's 1994 hit, You Don't Love Me, No, 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 shows how a song can grow over time, mixing old reggae and new dancehall beats while honoring its roots in blues and early reggae. The 1994 song is a fresh take on Penn's own 1967 version, You Don't Love Me, which itself was inspired by Willie Cobb's 1960 blues tune of the same name. Cobb's track goes back to Bo Diddley's 1955 song, She's Fine, She's Mine. Because of this history, the writing credits include Penn, Bo Diddley, and Willie Cobbs, giving each of them their share of recognition. In 1967, Penn recorded her first version with Studio One's Coxsone Dodd, a key figure in shaping reggae and rocksteady. That early track moved at a relaxed pace and featured soulful singing, fitting the rocksteady style popular in Jamaica in the late 1960s. After stepping away from music for many years, during which she left Jamaica and faced racism, Penn made a comeback in the late 1980s. In 1994, she teamed up with Steely and Clevie, who gave the song a modern feel with dancehall rhythms and digital sounds. This new version kept the song's emotional substance while giving it an energy that spoke to younger fans. When You Don't Love Me, No, No, No hit the airwaves in 1994, it climbed to number 3 on the UK singles chart and appeared in the charts of Austria, Switzerland, the Netherlands, New Zealand, and the United States. It also showed up on the Billboard Hot 100 and Hot R&B singles charts. The song has stayed popular in clubs and on radio playlists for decades and has been covered or sampled by many artists. For example, Rihanna recorded her own take for her 2005 debut album, Music of the Sun, and Beyoncé performed it on her I Am So World Tour. Beyond these well-known versions, the song inspired a French-Algerian cover called Non, Non, Non by Wailers, which became an underground favorite, and the Los Angeles group Boogaloo Assassins turned it into a lively Latin soul number. These different versions show how the song can cross cultures and styles while keeping its core feeling intact. Dawn Penn's 1994 remake is more than a hit single. It is a cultural landmark that tells the story of reggae's growth and its dialogue with blues and dancehall. It is rare for a cover to breathe new life into an artist's career and become a worldwide success. Its place on NME's Best Songs of 1994 and Billboard's list of the 500 best pop songs ever shows that it has become a true classic. Ini Kamoze's 1994 hit Here Comes the Hot Stepper was built around catchy hooks. Ini Kamoze's 1994 song, Here Comes the Hot Stepper, is a dancehall track known for using many catchy hooks and samples. It became a worldwide hit that went beyond just its music style. The song was first recorded in 1990 as Hot Stepper with producer Philip Burrell, but it became famous after a 1994 remix by Salem Remy, who gave it a funkier beat and new lyrics. This remix was released by Columbia Records as the main single from Kamoze's 1995 album of the same name. It was also part of the soundtrack for the movie Prêt-à-Porter, or Ready to Wear, a film about the fashion world. What makes Here Comes the Hot Stepper special is how it mixes many well-known music pieces to make a fun and easy-to-remember song. The chorus with Na 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 comes from the Cannibal and the Headhunters version of the 1960s song Land of 1,000 Dances. This part is the song's most famous and has people singing along everywhere. The track also uses drums and bass from Tana Gardner's 1981 song Heartbeat, guitar sounds from Isaac Hayes' Hung Up on My Baby, and voice clips from other songs like The Champ by the Mohawks and La-Di-Da-Di by Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick. The melody in the verses is similar to the Beatles' Come Together, which itself was inspired by Chuck Berry's You Can't Catch Me. This shows how the song connects to many music styles and times. Thanks to these clever samples and Kamoze's unique singing style and confident words, Here Comes the Hot Stepper became a huge success. It was the first dancehall song to reach number 1 on the US Billboard Hot 100, staying at the top for 2 weeks in December 1994. The song also reached number 1 in countries like Denmark, New Zealand, and Zimbabwe, and it was in the top 10 in many others, including number 4 in the UK. Its catchy beat made it a favorite at parties and helped bring dancehall music to a bigger global audience. More than just being a hit song, Here Comes the Hot Stepper helped bring dancehall music into the mainstream, especially in the United States, where it was less known before. Ini Kamoze started his career in the 1980s with reggae music and worked with famous producers, but he didn't have a big hit until this song. The success gave him a new image as the Hot Stepper, a Jamaican term for a man running from the law, which added a cool and mysterious side to him. The music video showed a strong and confident Kamoze with long dreadlocks, very different from how he looked before. The producer Salem Remy played a big role in the song's success by mixing the samples with a fresh dancehall beat that was easy to enjoy. The song's mix of reggae, funk, soul, and hip-hop sounds made it popular with many different listeners. This mix helped Here Comes the Hot Stepper become an important song in the 1990s and made dancehall music popular around the world, inspiring many other artists and producers after it. Don Drummond's unusual mental illness. Don Drummond was a well-known Jamaican trombone player who helped start the band The Skatalites. He had a real gift for music, but he also faced serious mental health challenges. On January 2nd, 1965, he attacked his girlfriend Anita Margarita Mahfood, hitting her several times in the chest, and she died immediately. At first, Drummond tried to say she had stabbed herself, but the police arrested him and he went on trial. In 1966, the court accepted that he was not in his right mind and sent him to Bellevue Hospital in Kingston instead of prison. He stayed there until he passed away in 1969. His struggles with mental illness touched every part of his life. People said he was often quiet and kept to himself, yet he managed to be incredibly productive, writing more than 200 songs. Many fans and fellow musicians still call him one of the greatest trombone players ever. Even though his illness led to him being locked up, it did not stop him from creating some of his best work. During his trial, the jury agreed that he was not well mentally, so he was first held for a short time in the general penitentiary before moving to the mental hospital. We still do not know exactly what his condition was, but it was clear that the court saw him as needing treatment rather than ordinary punishment. Don Drummond died on May 6, 1969, but no one really knows for sure what happened. The hospital said he died from natural causes, like heart problems and anemia. Some people think poor treatment or bad medicine may have made his condition worse. A coroner later looked into it and said no one was to blame. But many of Drummond's friends and fans did not believe that. Some people think he was murdered, maybe by the government to control the music scene in Kingston, or by gang members who were angry about Anita Mahfood's death. At Drummond's memorial, a drummer named Hugh Malcolm tore up his death certificate in front of everyone. He did this to show that many people did not trust the official story. Some believe guards at the hospital beat Drummond to death while the government looked the other way. Bob Marley's unacknowledged children. Bob Marley's family was different from what many people expected. He had children not only with his wife, Rita Marley, but also with several other women. This created a large and diverse family that still carries on his legacy today. Marley married Rita Marley in 1966, and together they had 3 children, Cedella, Ziggy, and Stephen Marley. He also adopted 2 of Rita's daughters from before their marriage, Sharon and Stephanie, giving them his last name and making them full members of the family. This showed Marley's open and caring attitude toward family, which fits with Rastafarian values that focus on love, unity, and community. For example, Sharon Marley, born in 1964 before Bob and Rita married, became an important part of the family, and later became a successful musician and cultural leader herself. Besides his children with Rita, Bob Marley had several other children with different women. These include Robert Robbie, Marley with Pat Williams, Rohan Marley with Janet Hunt, Karen Marley with Janet Bowen, Julian Marley with Lucy Pounder, Kai Manny Marley with Anita Belnavis, and Damian Marley with Cindy Breakspear, who was once Miss World and is well known in her own right. The official Bob Marley website lists 11 children, but some reports and family stories say there might be 12 or even 13 children. This includes Makita Marley, who was born after Bob Marley died, and Imani Marley, whose place in the family is recognized by some, but not officially on the website. Many of Bob Marley's children have followed his path by working in music and activism. They continue to share their father's messages about peace, resistance, and unity all over the world. For example, Ziggy Marley, Cedella Marley, and Stephen Marley have all become famous musicians, winning several Grammy Awards and keeping the Marley name as a symbol of reggae music and cultural pride. Gregory stole from his wife to support his addiction. Gregory Isaacs, the famous reggae singer called the Cool Ruler, struggled with substance addiction for much of his life. His addiction caused big problems in his marriage and family. His wife, June Isaacs, has shared openly how Gregory's habit made things hard for their relationship and money. June ran their record store, the African Museum, and noticed that a lot of money was disappearing. She later found out Gregory was taking cash without telling her to support his addiction. The addiction changed Gregory a lot. He used to be calm and stylish, but then he became unpredictable, nervous, and moody. June said he would sometimes be gone for days and come back with stories to hide what he was really doing. Money often went missing from their accounts and business. In the late 1980s, June caught him using substances, which forced her to face the painful truth. Even though she tried to help him with a mix of tough love and kindness, Gregory's addiction was strong. He often got angry when she confronted him. June stayed by his side through many hard times. She called herself his night nurse, caring for him during difficult episodes, sleepless nights, and withdrawal from substances. Her loyalty was tested as she dealt with his many arrests and legal troubles. She even went to jail a few times for having substances to help him travel, showing how much she sacrificed to support him. Their relationship had love, but substance addiction caused a lot of strain, especially since June was a Christian who did not use substances. The addiction hurt their family too. June raised 10 of Gregory's children, and though he tried to keep them away from his problems, the addiction affected the whole family. It made family life unstable and led to their eventual separation. June has spoken about the pain of seeing the man she loved change so much, knowing that substance addiction had a strong hold on him. After Gregory died of lung cancer in 2010, June continued to fight against addiction. She has helped support rehab centers in Jamaica, including Patricia House, which helps people struggling with substance abuse. Her work honors their experience and helps others facing similar battles. Which of these discoveries left you stunned? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content.